How's it going, guys?
What's up, everybody?
Andrew's back.
And Caleb.
Welcome back to another episode. The second episode.
2 weeks in a row.
LCR.
LCR. Lights, camera, action. We actually know the name of this one. When we made the first one, we didn't know the name at all.
Yeah.
So now we have a brand. Dude, we can I didn't think about this. We can have merch.
Are we already getting merch?
I'm calling up the designers now.
Hey, shout out to the 44 people.
I don't think you need to get that close.
Sorry. Shout out to the 44 people that have watched our first podcast. Thank you guys so much. And for the ones that have given us feedback, also thank you. It's awesome.
I think probably like a few more inches.
Look how tiny mine is compared to yours, though.
Because it's just this one.
We're using two mics, so
we got the two mics set.
We got
this
two mics.
Is yours. I'm seeing your readout right there. Yours is gonna be small and down because this one doesn't capture back.
Okay. So that's why I was getting closer. Okay. Anyways,
this is our show. That want them to hear me too.
We can do anything we want. Show. I'm the one with the notes.
I'm the movie man. I'm the one who deserves the spotlight. Wow, okay, this already has started with a lot more energy than the last one. It is currently almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 in the morning. We sat down at like 11:40, but it took a minute to get started.
If we didn't do it today, it was like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. That wasn't going to happen. But, so, you're probably thinking, but wait, no big movie came out this weekend. And you're right, nothing did come out. But on the off weeks that no big movie comes out, we're just going to kind of just talk about movie news in general, things just on our mind. Entertainment news.
Yeah, entertainment news. Mostly it is all, at least this week, it's pretty much all movie stuff. So yeah, we're just going to kind of go over some basic little news outlets, have our little thoughts, and then we have like 3 kind of things that will take up a portion of the podcast, but I mean, are you ready to just dive in?
Yeah. Did you want to start with a few smaller ones and then get into the big one?
Yeah. I'll just kind of some headlines. Disney's at it again, making a new live action movie that's probably going to come out in like 2022. Pinocchio, and they just casted Tom Hanks as Geppetto. Which, have we seen old Tom Hanks with facial hair? I know we've seen him with facial hair in Castaway.
Did Sully have facial hair? I think he had a mustache.
Okay, he had a very fine one, but like Geppetto's is thick. It's like a thick white mustache.
Yeah, Geppetto's. Well, now I gotta look it up.
I don't know how he'll look.
He looked like fake old in Sully.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. He looks good. I don't know how old he is, but he looks good for his age.
Yeah.
I don't know who's directing it. Del Toro's making a Pinocchio movie, but I don't think it has anything to do with Disney. I think that's going to be its own thing, so I don't know if they have a director.
Oh, please, no. It has to be, because I couldn't imagine 2 Pinocchio movies coming out.
When I was reading the article about Tom Hanks, they never mentioned Del Toro, so I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, they literally just announced that earlier today, so it's kind of like a little trending news. On a sadder note for trending news, for all the Daredevil fans.
Okay. It was kind of a thick mustache.
Yeah,
I feel like they saw Sully and they're like, that's a Geppetto. If we were to make a Pinocchio movie within the next 5 years.
Yeah. Anyways, Daredevil Season 3 will be the last season that we will see Matt Murdock don the mask. Hopefully, maybe Disney Plus will pick up these shows.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine, though, that they have a totally different development team, though.
Yeah.
Unless Netflix just had the producers, and then the studio that was working with it is like a freelance. And so Disney could pick them up to do the next season after that.
The only ones remaining are Jessica Jones and The Punisher. Punisher Season 2 is coming out within a few months. And there's no word if there is a Jessica Jones Season 3 or not. I don't know if she's
the only one in limbo right now.
Yeah, and Punisher. I mean,
Well, Punisher's being filmed, though.
Well, Punisher's done.
So it's already
Season
out
2 is
there.
going to come out. But we don't know if... I mean, it'll probably get canceled after Season 2. But Jessica Jones, I'm not... Off the top of my head, I don't know if they were filming a third season or not. So, we don't know. She could get a third season, which would be really nice because she was the second best show out of all of them.
Out of the Defenders.
Yeah,
Okay.
out of the Defenders.
Third counting Punisher.
Punisher, yeah. Punisher season 1's good. I love Punisher.
I don't really have anywhere to stand since out of all those, I've only seen the Punisher.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all of them, I'll watch Daredevil eventually, but...
Daredevil's really good. And I just watched the third season probably like a month back, and it was just awesome. But it was kind of bittersweet because I watched it after Luke Cage and Iron Fist got canceled. So there was that fear that the other shows could get canceled, and it is sad. But maybe Disney Plus will bring it back, or they're just going to scrap it and then reboot it in like 5 years or something.
I'm sorry, Disney Plus does not sound like a good name. I don't like that.
It's basic. It's
basic.
Generic.
It sounds like a website for like... That's based off of like their channel. Disney channel. Like, hey kids, get your parents' permission to go on DisneyPlus.com.
Right.
Doesn't sound good.
It's going to be weird, man. I don't know what is in store. I think Disney and Hulu are teaming up.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I just saw a picture of an article, and it had Netflix and it had versus Disney and Hulu on the other side. So I don't know what's going on. I didn't read it, but
Maybe that's just some clickbait.
it could. I mean, everything's clickbait. So.
The real question is it Dulu or Hisney?
Hisney.
Hisney.
But Dulu also sounds cool because it sounds like they're dueling. But Hisney's like, off the hizzle. Like,
I am Count Dulu. Doth Dulu.
I mean,
I like it.
I could either or. That was nice right off the bat.
Right.
Good on you. Okay, I'm gonna make little check marks next
Disney
to things that we
should
talk
hire me.
about.
To work on the next Star Wars franchise.
I
mean, they're basically just handing them out.
Pretty much. Just
Hopefully, like,
don't screw it up, man.
make a few movies. It's like, hey, you want episodes 16, 17, 18? Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks, Disney.
Thanks. I'm gonna bring Jar Jar back. So I don't know if you were really following this, but on Monday, Hugh Jackman announced that he had something big to announce to the world. Do you remember hearing about this?
Actually, no.
No.
This is when?
Monday.
Okay.
Everybody and their mother was like, oh my gosh, he's coming back to be with Deadpool in a movie or something. That's not the case. Hugh Jackman is actually going to be doing a one-man show on Broadway where he'll be singing songs from famous movies that he was in, like The Greatest Showman or other musicals off the top of my head that he's been in. But it's a one-man show, which I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Broadway is his true passion.
Right?
And
I would love to see him on Broadway because...
Does that mean he's, for a good portion of that show, he's going to be dressed up as Wolverine and singing angrily Wolverine?
If that's the case, if he at least in his one-man show comes out in a Wolverine outfit, I'll be like, okay.
The classic one, too.
You don the claws
yellow.
one more time. Yeah, come out as the classic one.
Dude, if that's the only time we get to see Hugh Jackman in the classic comic costume, I'm not going to be mad.
No, I'm not going to be mad. I mean, he's made it pretty dang clear that he is not going to team up with Ryan Reynolds. I mean, maybe someday money will not be an issue and he'll do it. They'll just be like, here's $1 trillion. And then he's like, okay. But
I think money isn't the issue. It's just that he said he was done.
Yeah. And that's good that he's sticking with it because it's showing that he's like kind of tough.
He's Wolverine tough.
Wolverine tough. Sticking on the route with superheroes, I just saw an article today that Chris Evans isn't done playing as Captain America.
On the other end of the spectrum, someone that needs to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, it was weird because...
Not so much that he needs to say goodbye. They need to write him out.
Yeah. He doesn't need to leave the role. They just need to write out the character because I just remember when they finished filming. Chris Evans did like that big tweet about how he was like saying goodbye, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, he's dead!" And like that wasn't it. He was just paying his respect to the character he's been playing for so many years, and then just today to be like, "Oh well, he's still going to be Captain America." Why are you saying this stuff right now? Like, I don't know. It's annoying. Captain America doesn't have to be around anymore. Give it to somebody else. Let Captain Marvel be the next Captain America for the next wave.
Well, Bucky is supposed to be Captain America now.
Yeah?
That's a thing. He takes over the mantle.
Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, who knows with the new Disney Plus, it's going to be Winter Soldier and Falcon have a TV show together. So I don't know if he'll ever actually get the...
Well, if anything, he's getting more development as a character, so it's his time.
That is true.
Give it to him.
It'll be interesting to see that.
Or give it to Falcon. The Falcon Cap hybrid. Dope. And he does like the shield with his wings, and then he just whips out the shield too.
Yeah, imagine like a big star now on it. But yeah, so Chris Evans, you're great. You're great as Captain America. But actually, I loved him in Snowpiercer. Do you ever see Snowpiercer? Yeah. I would love to see him...
The protein bars?
...go into different movies. He needs... And he didn't really get his time in Infinity War. He literally had like...
That was Iron Man's movie.
He had like 9 minutes of screen. But he did have a great crowd-pleasing moment when he catches the harpoon and he walks out of the shadow.
Yeah.
That was a good stuff.
In the first trailer when... I know I laugh at it so many times, but when Black Panthers... Get this man his shield. The way they cut that.
Raise all defenses.
Raise all defenses. I love you, Chadwick.
So this will just be like a quick one. I saw it also that Adult Swim has announced that they're going to be making an animated Blade Runner TV show.
I didn't have time to process that news, but that sounds like it could be really cool. As a spinoff, or maybe it follows Ryan Reynolds' character like before the events of the Wow. Sorry, we brought up Ryan Reynolds before. Yes, Gosling. I'm sure they get mixed up all the time.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Yeah, the events of like following that character before 2049, or maybe a younger Harrison Ford.
Oh, that'd be really interesting to see. Yeah, I have no idea what it would... I am honestly like, or maybe I'm really intrigued.
In between 2049 and Blade Runner, like what Harrison Ford's character's been doing.
I think it could be really cool.
See the first one.
It could be like... I would love it to be kind of like a Castlevania. Have you watched Castlevania yet?
But that tone.
That kind of tone.
Like, no one took it seriously, but it's actually like a really good show.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want like people to be like, look at this. This looks like a joke. And then people watch it and they're like, wow, this is like really good.
I do hope it gets more episodes per season, because I feel like 4 to 6 episodes? How many?
The first season was 4, and then the second season was 8.
And they're half-hour episodes?
Not even, like 24 minutes.
I feel like there's so much you could do with the Castlevania lore that you should be doing more than that many episodes. Oh, and same with, I feel like Adult Swim will have a bigger budget, so hopefully they'll be able to do more with it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get into spoilers for Castlevania, but like, they do something in the second to last episode of the second season, and I'm like, is there gonna be a third season? Like, they did something I didn't think, like, I saw it happening, and then it actually happened, and I was like, wow, okay, that was really good, but like, So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, I think this is one last small little news here. Famous child author.
Oh, yeah.
How do you say his name again?
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl.
Maybe we should have done a little more research on that. But yes.
Willy Wonka, The BFG, Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, all those famous books. Netflix, I guess, has gotten the rights to all of them pretty much, or a few of them as of right now, and they're going to make their own animated universe.
Did you name all the movies? All 5? Or just a few of them?
The ones that they have confirmed.
Okay, yeah.
The ones that they have confirmed are the BFG, Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and George's Marvelous Medicine.
Okay, that's the one I'm like, haven't really heard about.
Yeah, those are the 4 that are confirmed. Now, one I would love them to do is James and the Giant Peach.
Roald Dahl. That's a Roald Dahl?
Yeah, James and the Giant Peach. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would...
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't gotten a live-action version of that. Knock on wood.
I mean, kind of, sort of, in that claymation movie that came out.
Right.
There was, like, the early scene, and then the ending scene was live action.
But could you imagine the claymation part as live action?
That'd be cool.
Honestly, I kind of don't want it. But I'm surprised we haven't seen it with the new Charlie and Chocolate Factory. We haven't really had a new Matilda.
I'm excited. I have read George's Marvelous Medicine. I remember reading that as a kid. I like the story. One that I don't know if I would like, because I love the movie so much, is Fantastic Mr. Fox. Wes Anderson's first claymation film.
That was...
Also a Roald Dahl.
Wow.
He has a lot of famous books.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he also does the... did he also do, like, the books of poems? Like, where the sidewalk
like the upside,
ends?
Yeah.
I think that's someone else.
I think that's somebody else as well. Which are also childhood memories right there in a nutshell. But yeah, so I think that's really cool that it's also animated. That excites me because animation is fun, and I think Netflix would get a lot of cool artists that have different art styles.
I'm dumb. On a side note, I just looked it up. Shel Silverstein.
Oh, that name. Yeah.
Could you imagine movies that are like, I don't know what the genre is, but doing short little films of those poems, and the movie is just a collection of those short films?
I want to go to a library and just rent that book and just read some of them again and have one tear down my cheek as I forget what it feels like to be a child.
The Giving Tree. That one was just a story in itself.
Yeah.
A light in the attic, falling up.
A light in the attic. I remember
everything on it.
Because that's like the face house, right?
The missing piece.
The missing piece.
The Pac-Man guy that rolls around, and then he finds the thing that makes him a circle.
Oh my! I think I know which one you're talking about.
And it looks like that. It literally looks like Pac-Man.
Yep. Are we just going to go look these up later?
Yep. Sorry, we got to end the podcast right now. We have some soul searching to do, apparently.
Soul searching to do. But yeah, I think that's really cool that they're doing that. And I hope they get the rights to more and just have this. I don't really know how they would make it a universe. But it's a cool thought that Netflix is doing they're trying to get new stuff since they're going to lose everything within a year from Disney. So I think
Netflix was on such another level that nobody could touch them. It sucks that Disney could just pull that away from them.
Right.
From them. Yeah. Thankfully, they still have Stranger Things, and they're getting all these other smaller things. I hope Altered Carbon becomes more than one season. I've heard great things about that. Even though I haven't watched it, it's on my watch list.
There's a lot of things.
There's too many things to watch. I heard good things about that. So, hopefully they have more good series lined up.
Yeah, a lot of more Netflix original stuff.
Shoot, maybe DC's hey, Disney's being a hassle, so you can have some of our properties.
Actually,
and make them look better than Fight Me people or fanboys. Make it look better than The Flash and The Arrow and...
David Jones. David Jones, Caleb's calling you out.
If he even listens to this one, because he didn't listen to the first one. What's the one where they team up and they go through time?
Oh, man, what's it called?
I don't even have the energy to look that one up.
I don't know.
But that looks low budget as well. I don't care how successful they are. They just don't look... Netflix, it makes such better series with the Daredevil and Punisher and Defenders, even though the writing on some of them isn't top notch.
That is true.
But the visuals, cinematography look so much better. Excuse me. The pizza's coming back up.
Oh, yeah. Well, while you're choking, I'll segue into the next thing. The Spider-Verse.
Yes.
It's coming out next week?
Next week?
Yeah, next week. Hint, hint, wink, wink to our next podcast. But I just wanted to make a little side note here that it is getting amazing buzz. Like, I know, like, I don't really care for Rotten Tomatoes, but I always just like to see what people are thinking.
You already know that they're going to murder the case of the DVD and Blu-ray with that stupid sticker when it comes out. Yeah. Certified fresh. Get that trash off the cover. Doesn't belong there.
As of Thursday night, it has 44 reviews, and it's 100% fresh. That is awesome.
This better not be a case of the critics think it's amazing, but the audience gives it like 60s to 50s.
That'd be insane. It looks like it's fan serving so much.
But what we saw, I was always pretty hopeful. I know I wasn't that excited because it was an animated movie. I would obviously want another live action Spider-Man movie, but it's coming, so no need to go over that. But after seeing that like 5-minute preview extended look after Venom,
that credits, was right, yeah.
That was great. So funny.
It was so funny. The animation style is so unique. It's so fresh seeing a new style of anime. Not seeing that Illumination basic animation style. It's so, I hate the Grinch. It just looks so generic. It looks so blah because that's every Illumination movie. And so
they found a way to make them fast. They efficiently. They can efficiently make them, which is nice if you're trying to tell new stories, but there's nothing new. It's not like a Ghibli or you haven't really watched them, but the studio behind Avatar, Korra, Last Airbender, Voltron, that animation is kind of basic, but it looks good. They still show enough detail. And yeah, it just sucks that Illumination, as much money as they get, they can't really. They're just a money printing machine now.
Because I think they're
making the Super Mario movie. Why did Nintendo give them the rights to do that?
Ooh, I didn't know they were making it. That's a whole
different topic. Yeah, we're gonna get Goombas and Koopas and piranha plants making fart jokes.
They're gonna be like banana. Imagine a little like little Goomba running towards Mario and just yelling banana.
Or Mario's gonna jump on him and splat him, and it's gonna be like.
That's gonna happen. I don't know if that movie's gonna be aimed for.
I'm 4 years old and I love this. I eat it up. But I would like if Goombas and Koopas become as popular as Minions. I would love to see them everywhere. We see them a little bit, but like as just
everything
as popular as the Minions.
Okay, yeah.
Side note: I'm looking at your pop figures. Do they have a Minion pop?
Oh yeah. They have like a good few.
I wonder why there isn't one in here yet.
I am insulted.
Sorry, but Spider-Man. I feel like that's definitely one of the movies that I'm gonna have to watch multiple times just to appreciate the art style.
It's so hard when you see a movie for the first time because you're just like so overwhelmed. And
it's definitely like Ready Player One.
Yeah, and you watch it and you're just like
details on the screen.
Oh, there's too much to watch, and then you go and watch it again, and you just notice little things, and those little things are what makes the movie so much better.
One thing I thought was really cool too, my brother kept saying that because we saw the preview before seeing, I think, yeah, we saw Venom too. It was that it looks like it's 3D, and I understand what he means. It does. There's a lot of red and a lot of blue, and it looks like you should be wearing the classic 3D glasses watching that movie. And I'm super curious what that would look like if they did put that filter on, because it's already got lots of reds and blues. When's the last time a movie came out with traditional 3D technology versus just the sunglasses looking
right, the
modern
basic
3D?
Oh, look at his head slightly pushed out. It looks so 3D.
Oh, he threw something at the screen. Better duck. Oh my God. But yes, very excited for it. It's gonna be good. Like I mentioned before, this is Sony's year. They're about to complete the hat trick. Venom might not have been as good as they wanted to, but it hit outside of the domestic, the world. China loved it.
Yeah, well, I even think it was successful in America. I think
it made 200 million, like 211 million.
That's good for the bad rep it was getting. That it was rotten and critics were bashing it.
What the world sales were?
Probably like 600. Yeah, 600 million.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. China rocks.
They tripled.
That's why Transformers: Age of Extinction took place overseas in the third act, because they just wanted to make the profit in Hong Kong or whatever.
Hey, you know what belongs in an Asian person's apartment?
Huh?
An American football. I'm gonna throw it through the window
and then have the worst green screen effect ever. Anyways, that's a different tangent.
I actually really like Age of Extinction.
No.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, no.
Not in a good way.
Mitch is going to love that now. Oh, man. That's so sad. Well,
I love it because it's bad.
Okay. It's pretty bad. I fell asleep.
And I like Mark Wahlberg. So
Mark Wahlberg. Probably the best scene was the Bud Light truck crashing. Literally, Michael Bay was like, I can make a Bud Light commercial right now and just put it in my movie.
He might as well should just shotgun 2 of those beers and then crush it on his head. And that's America. Yeah, right there. America. And then the Bud Light truck explodes. Take that, Miller.
And then just a girl flies out of nowhere and he just catches her.
Just boom. Megan Fox comes back. And
everything is orange saturated to the point where it's just all an orange screen.
Can we just talk about how Megan Fox just disappeared? Did she get tired of the movie industry?
Did she have a kid?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. A ton of actors have kids in there.
I know. Sometimes
Gal Gadot, dude. Pregnant on the set of Justice League.
She's the ambassador as well.
So?
She's got a busy life.
So she's just used to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gal Gadot, Megan Fox. For people that can't see it, one hand's raised very high, one hand's very low. Guess who's on which hand?
We'll have you comment to tell us that.
If you think Gal Gadot's up top, subscribe.
What are we doing?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Again, Sony with the hat trick. Spider-Man the game, amazing. Venom didn't do as good with reviews, but they made tons of money. And now Uverse is probably favorite for animated movie of the year.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, Incredibles 2. I liked it, but it's not Incredibles 1.
No. And I haven't even seen the first Wreck-It Ralph, so I'm not going to see the second.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go see The Grinch because of Illumination. And the only other one that I brought up was Isles of Dogs, Wes Anderson.
I feel like it
will get nominated. It will get nominated for sure. But I don't know if it'd win Best Picture.
Yeah, versus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
One of the top 3 most iconic superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel's most iconic. I'm sorry, but you can't beat Batman. Sorry, Spidey.
There will never be a more iconic.
I'm curious. I think Batman's number 1, but I'm curious if Spider-Man's number 2 or if Superman is still number 2. So it's like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for Uverse?
For Uverse? No, just look out for next week because we'll be talking all about that.
If it does come out next week.
If it does. If it doesn't, we're just doing another one of these videos. But all right,
delayed. Just kidding.
Here we go. This is going to be a little intense.
Oh no, is this what I think it is?
Yeah. So the new Lion King trailer dropped.
Here we go.
The new Lion King trailer dropped Thanksgiving Day, if I'm not mistaken. And Caleb loves the classic. I also love the classic.
It's still a hard debate whether I like Hercules or Lion King more, but I feel like Lion King is just that classic one. It's like, I could watch this no matter what. It's perfect. It's a basic story, but it's perfect. The Hercules still it's kind of a mess, but I love it.
It's a good one.
Whereas Lion King is a superior movie.
But
soundtrack, oh my god.
But here we go. So, Caleb has been so hyped for this new one coming out, this new film.
I've actually been hearing people talk about it too. Like, I was at work, and I was washing some glasses, and this couple in front of me were like, I'm really glad that they made Lion King right now. Because I think they were talking about James Earl Jones.
Oh.
I was like, do it before he dies. And it was like kind of morbid, but it's like, could you imagine Mufasa without James Earl Jones?
No, well,
and I was like,
we can kind of get into this after this debate, but that's like saying, could you do Aladdin without Robin Williams? We're gonna find out. But let's talk about that in a few minutes. Let's talk about The Lion King.
Yes.
Let's talk about this trailer. Let's talk about our thoughts, what we like, what we didn't like, what we're excited for, what we're kind of scared of.
The perfect trailer, in my opinion. Of course, you have to do the Pride Rock scene and do Circle of Life just a little bit. Show the animals. Looks so good. I'm so excited.
See, I was...
And the voiceover from Mufasa.
If anything, that was the part that I loved the most. Was hearing Mufasa's voice.
Mm.
I I'm excited for the movie. I just wasn't, like, when I was watching it, I was like, this looks good, but like...
Just good.
But then, so on Instagram, somebody cut it together where they had the live action and they had the animated side by side.
Okay.
And they were doing the exact same shot, exact same scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't keep my eyes off the cartoon because it's so much more vibrant and colorful, and the expressions of the animals are so much more welcoming because they can express more because they're cartoons.
I feel like you can make the argument with any of the remakes, though.
And that's kind of like my fall with the Jungle Book, is that like Baloo did not look cute at all. Like he didn't look cute. Like that's what, like I'm saying, like baby Simba looks cute, but then Simba at the end when he's like big and he's roaring, like I don't know, he just looked like a lion to me. Like all I'm saying is that like I just don't know. I think Timon and Pumbaa are gonna look scary. I don't know what they look like, but like they
maybe
look so cute as
Pumbaa,
cartoons.
maybe, but Timon, what are they called?
Meerkats.
Meerkats, duh, of course. They're adorable. So Timon's gonna look fine.
Okay, Timon's gonna look
Pumbaa
fine.
with his tusks and his big old boar body, maybe, and that's Seth Rogen, right?
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
I think it'll be fine.
You think it'll be fun?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Because seeing the boar and then hearing Seth Rogen's voice, I think it's gonna be fine. Who's playing Timon again?
I don't remember who's playing Timon.
I feel like I'm gonna be a little iffy about that because Timon's voice is so iconic to me.
That is true. It's probably the second most iconic voice in the. I think it's. I don't know who's voicing Scar. Do you know who off the top of your head?
Well, I guess I will be looking that up.
While you're looking that up, I love Jeremy Irons as Scar in the original, and so.
Wow, that was Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, that was Jeremy.
Huh.
Badass Alfred in the new DC universe was Scar back in the day.
I don't know why. I feel like I've never seen Jeremy Irons before the Batman v Superman. I don't know why. That's the first time I like actually recognize him, and then now when I look at stuff before that, I'm like, oh shoot, that was you.
Right? It takes a superhero movie till you realize that the actor's been around for years.
Yeah. Oh, it's I'm gonna butcher his name. Chiwetel Ejiofor, but you obviously know who it is. The guy in the middle.
Oh, he's
Doctor Strange's kind of mentor.
Okay, he's gonna be Scar. Interesting.
The fact that Donald Glover is Simba. That's crazy.
I assume adult. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Duh.
So it is gonna be a little weird that the voice is gonna be slightly off. I'm excited. Oh, it's Billy Eichner. I only know him from, I think it's a Conan bit where he's like on the street and he's like,
I know what bit you're talking about. He was on American Horror Stories season Cult.
Zazu's gonna be funny.
Who's playing Zazu?
John Oliver. He has Last Week Tonight. It's a pretty funny show.
Who's Keegan playing?
But he is British. Banzai. I think
one of the hyenas.
Maybe. Eric Andre is playing a hyena. That's perfect. Beyonce is Nala. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But part of me is like, why couldn't they bring like Jeremy Irons as Scar or such and such?
Yeah, I feel like there was one or two more recastings. They could have just brought the original person back. I understand why they did it though, and I need to see more. I guess this was it was actually more of a trailer than a teaser. The Aladdin was more of a teaser.
Yeah.
Which maybe almost makes you feel like they have more faith in Lion King than they do Aladdin. So that's why they just said screw it and pumped out an entire trailer for Lion King. Maybe because they're scared to show the genie, which I wouldn't blame them because...
Yeah, live action animals.
Oh my
is
God.
A lot safer than a live action genie. Because, like, you know what a genie is. You have a lot more freedom with it. You know what a real lion looks like, a real giraffe.
Yeah. And, like, we've talked about it, and I've talked about it with a few people at work. Like, is it going to be the genie we know, or is it going to be Will Smith?
Yeah, blue Will Smith.
Yeah. Is it going to look like Will Smith, or is it going to look like the genie?
Which would have been totally fine if we didn't have Robin Williams' genie before him.
Yeah. It's just really hard.
I love you, Will, but you're not Robin.
Yeah, no, you're not Robin Williams. And so, I mean...
It's tough.
It's tough. But one thing I want to bring up that's relating to both Lion King and Aladdin is that next year, as of, like, today, Disney has 10 movies coming out.
Whoa. Oh, counting Marvel movies.
Yes, counting... Here we go. I have them listed down.
Are Marvel movies technically Disney movies?
Of course they are.
But they don't feel like Disney movies.
Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dumbo.
Shoot.
Avengers 4. Aladdin. Toy Story 4. Spider-Man. The newest one to be announced is Artemis Fowl.
Oh, yeah, I saw that trailer.
Yeah, then The Lion King, Frozen 2, and then Star Wars Episode 9.
Wow.
Disney, Buena Vista, is going to dominate the box office next year.
Let's count Spider-Man as half.
That is true. It will be probably
Sony Marvel.
Sony. I didn't think about that. It'll be under Sony for profit. So
did we need... I'm surprised Frozen 2 is taking this long. You would think they'd try to pump that out 2 years after.
See, they're not Illumination. So...
But I mean, how long did Toy Story 2 take?
Toy Story 2 took like 2 years, but in defense, it was meant to be a TV, or like straight to VHS movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then Disney was like, no, this is way too good. You have to make this theatrical.
Yeah, I missed the VHS days. No, I just got a glimpse of that in a theater near you. In the slide
little
with
jingle.
with the tone.
Oh, it's so nostalgic. That should be my ringtone for my phone.
I don't think you'd ever want to answer your phone.
Or I just listen to it the entire time.
But he gets so angry. It's like, you call him back. It's like, why didn't you answer me the first time? Sorry. I had to listen to my ringtone.
But isn't that crazy, dude? Like, that's... Okay, so that's 9 movies, excluding Spider-Man. That's 9 movies. And at least, like, 6 of them are going to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
You know that Avengers 4, Toy Story, The Lion King, Frozen 2, Star Wars, those 5 are guaranteed. Captain Marvel could do good. We don't know yet. Hopeful. And we don't know about Aladdin. I think Dumbo might be like the little sleeper. I think Dumbo's kind of like Pete's Dragon that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It made Pete's Dragon...
When 9 movies are coming out, something's going to get buried.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be that Artemis Fowl. I think it's kind of like this year's Nutcracker in the Four Realms. It's just kind of that movie that... Or A Wrinkle in Time. It's that movie that Disney put in $100 million and then it's just going to bomb. So...
Will bomb, even though they most likely will make their money back.
They will, but people still will not like it. But that's still a lot of movies. And that's just like today in November of 2018. Those are the movies that we know of. There might be like 2 or 3 more that Disney pump out that we don't know yet that could come out.
I remember back in when Marvel actually announced their movie schedule, and then DC did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe 2019 was supposed to be there with the most superhero movies.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, because we're getting...
You better get that AMC A-list, bro. Going to the movies a lot.
Another fucking subscription. I pay so much a month on just random stuff. We were going to get New Mutants this year. That got delayed. That's in delay limbo right now. Because that hasn't been canceled or given a date, right?
I think it's projected for sometime next year.
Right, and Dark Phoenix was the same thing until that got its
actually
trailer.
Confirmed it's real. So
and then
it's actually happening.
Yeah, so we're getting that next year as well. Are we getting another X-Men movie? Maybe? No.
I think it's just those 2.
Are we getting a Deadpool movie? Maybe.
Probably not.
Has 3 been confirmed for?
I don't think 3's been confirmed yet.
Mm. I keep forgetting we have that Christmas one coming out. That's not even a new movie.
Right.
It just has a few extra scenes. But yeah, Wonder Woman 2 is probably going to come out. There's got to be Shazam. That's next year, right? Or is that going to be Christmas? No, that's definitely next year, right?
No, March.
March, yeah.
I think it's coming out right around.
It's the fact that it's winter in that movie that
I
think it's Christmas. But no, we're just getting Aquaman, and that's going to end the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait for
Aquaman.
But yeah. The market is definitely oversaturated.
Definitely. But man, it is what a time to be alive for movies. Right?
And games. Oh my god.
And just everything. Right now is overload. But just wanted to shoot out some box office numbers for this past weekend. Wreck-It Ralph at the top with 56 million. Then Creed 2 coming in with 35 million, and then The Grinch at 30. And then I think Fantastic Beast was number 4. So,
oof.
Yeah, it's not doing that. It's about, I think it's 40 or 50 million lower than the first movie. As of days right now.
So, honestly, I feel like the marketing is a lot more epic than the first one.
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to make it feel like, and it was not epic. But
that's nuts.
Yeah.
What Wreck-It Ralph? I'm sure it's a good movie. It's just I really don't care about it. It's nice that I get to see Eggman and Bowser on the same on the big screen.
Apparently, this one really goes away from the video games and looks more at the internet.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
Yeah. Though it has been a long time. I thought Wreck-It Ralph came out a few years ago. It came out in 2012.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I think Disney's good kind of when waiting to release an animated movie. Because Frozen came out in 2014?
No. Did it?
Did it? Let me look it up really quick.
Wow,
I
that's
feel like
weird.
it came out that year.
For some reason, my mind is flipping Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen. I feel like Frozen's been out for a while. I guess it was when I graduated. We graduated.
Okay, no. 2013.
Still, it was around when we graduated when it came out.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
And everyone lost their freaking mind.
Literally, everybody did. And I think it took me maybe 2 years to see the movie.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took me about 2 years.
And then I saw it, and then I was like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see it when it was... I think, you know what? I think I saw it with Fondrick.
Shout out to
Fondrick on the Disney cruise. We went one night to their movie theater and we just watched Frozen together.
So you were kind of trapped in a Disney environment.
Yeah, but that's when we saw it.
That's funny.
But yeah, so those are all the movies coming out.
Fondrick, you better be watching this. We even gave you a shout out.
I'm kind of dreading the next topic. It's a sad one.
Uh-oh. Well, before that, we didn't even get into the debate.
The debate?
Of Lion King. Oh, before that even, I did want to mention, we left Lion King so fast. The one thing I wish was a little bigger was the scene where Mufasa dies. In the animated version, that canyon was huge. It was gigantic and scary.
Yeah.
But then you saw it in that trailer. It's kind of just small. It's a little hill that...
And that's where...
the wildebeest run down. Stampede, that was the word I was looking for. Stampede scene.
Animation strives because it can just warp things and they can draw however
even
they
CGI,
want.
they could have done their magic to it.
It's not realistic looking enough. Okay, let's get this over with. Oh, okay, people.
This is definitely, we need people to give us feedback in the comment section.
Please, because if I'm wrong, fine, okay? But if Caleb's wrong, fine. Just
You just want it to end.
I just want it to end, because this has been going on for months now. They keep calling Lion King live action. Okay? Now I get it. They are people that are alive, that are dressed up in these black suits with these little white balls, and they move around like animals and they record them and then they become CGI creatures. But there is no actual person in the movie.
And that's why you believe it's technically an animation.
Yes, that's why I believe it's like the Polar Express. Would you call the Polar Express a live action film? Because Robert, hold on, I'll let you have your moment.
Sorry. Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis really strived for that new technology, so the Polar Express was filmed in motion capture. The whole movie was. That's why it looks kind of weird. And that was all real people, so that was... But they didn't call it a live action movie. It's an animation film. It's just a creepy looking animation film. Okay? Now, the Jungle Book that came out like 2 years ago, it had a kid in it. A live kid. A kid.
One human being.
Yes, and that one human being makes a difference, which makes it a live action film because you see that person. That person is standing on a set surrounded by these CGI creatures. So, The Lion King does not have that. There is no person that is going to be at Pride Rock or in the jungle with the gang, and so for them to say it's a live action film, I'm not 100% sure that's the best way to market it. I just think it's a glorified...
I feel like this movie's going to be perfect, but when you see the live action credit on the credits, you're going to be like, nope. C-.
C-.
I don't like it.
Alcohol required. Stealing Jeremy Johns' review.
Another name drop. I don't remember. I don't think you brought up the argument before with the Polar Express. I think this clears it up a little more for me. The Polar Express, and Ariel and I were talking about this on Tuesday. Shout out to Ariel and Amanda.
God, we have so many name drops.
And Josh and Morgan, just everyone.
My mom, my dad.
The D&D. I start getting emotional.
Thank you guys so much. All right, go ahead.
Polar Express isn't live action because it's in the Uncanny Valley. And I don't know if I've really talked about the Uncanny Valley that much with you. But just to give the brief explanation of it again, it's when CGI is supposed to look good enough that it separates itself from bad CGI, but doesn't look good enough to where it looks real. Like with the Final Fantasy movies, those look so close to being human, but they're above the Uncanny Valley because you see like the real facial features and the hair. Oh my god, the hair looks perfect. But Polar Express came out too early to where it just looks animated.
But you would still say it's a live action movie?
Oh no, I'd call it animated.
Even though it is filmed with live action people.
Yes. I mean, you could have motion caption or mocap and still be animated. Like
So then why are you saying that The Lion King isn't? Why are you saying
well, you can have mocap and not be animated, but you can also be mocap and be animated. Because I feel like anything animated now, shoot, there's something that's on the tip of my tongue, like an actual animated movie that has mocap. But the distinction with me is The Lion King is they're supposed to look like real animals. Like they even have real animals in it. Like for the Circle of Life sequence, where they show like the animals coming up and they bow down. Those are just real animals.
No,
they gotta be.
They can't be real.
They're modeled after real animals.
Yeah, no, it's all CGI. It's not. No, you can't say that they got some giraffe to bow. They didn't do that.
Okay, not when they make them bow, but like walking and whatnot. But yeah, they're realistic animals. They're not gonna have exaggerated facial features like the dogs and cats from Cats vs. Dogs.
Oh God!
Even though I'm pretty sure you could market that movie as live action because there's people in it.
Yeah,
they're real animals with a little bit of animation. It's live action. If they have like the crocodile hunter in there and he's just like, or Bear Grylls like, look at all those freaking animals, mate, and it's like it's live action because there's one human being.
Live action right there. That'd be live action.
I don't think so. They're real animals. I think they're supposed to be super realistic. Simba's a cute little little dude, just in the arms. That's a cub. You can't debate me enough that isn't a little lion cub.
It's just a bunch of computer numbers combined together to make an image.
Oh my god, so could we. We could be in a simulation right now. Is this live action? Oh my god. Yes, please, someone in the comment section say, is Lion King a live action movie, or is it an animated movie?
And we're gonna end it there with that debate. It was good. It was a good debate.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd like your help.
When did Polar Express come out?
While he's looking that up, I'm gonna bounce back to the sad news that I was trying to bring up.
Very sad.
Very sad. Stephen Hillenburg, pretty much the creator of SpongeBob, passed away after being diagnosed. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere around there. 2004, Polar Express.
2004 Polar Express.
Primitive CG.
He was diagnosed with
ALS.
ALS, and Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how you know about that. So he passed away, and it's really sad because he pretty much made the greatest show, in my opinion, for childhood.
The greatest cartoon, hands down.
Like,
the most impactful in our lifetime.
When I think of like the number one cartoon show growing up, it was always SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching SpongeBob all the time. I had SpongeBob shirts, backpack, shoes. My wallet was bringing around town, and you could like move it, and like SpongeBob
awesome.
would move his. I wanted it at Chuck E. Cheese. It was great.
Shout out Chuck E. Cheese.
Shout out to everything. Shout out to water, just for keeping us alive.
Shout out to Britta for filtering my water.
Anyways, back to the sad news. I don't know. I assume he knew that he made a great impact. And
yeah,
a lot of people have been talking about it, and just...
I can't imagine how the show would be if he stayed on after the movie.
Yeah. And obviously, seasons 1 through 3 are just gold.
Mm-hmm.
We actually just watched an episode before recording this podcast, just because we were trying to figure out something to watch. And
while we're eating. And
it was great. It was so funny. The animation, he brought it up that some of the animators worked on Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, and Stephen himself worked on it too.
Yeah, and I could tell. And Rocko Modern Life is probably my second favorite Nickelodeon show. So, those 3 seasons and the first movie is just great.
Just gold.
It's perfect cartoon TV nonsense.
I'm curious if adults at that time when SpongeBob got real big were thinking of it the same way that we are of the Minions today. I didn't think about that until now.
No, the Minions are evil. Okay, they speak gibberish.
Technically, they are evil. They work for a villain.
That's why
They're
the Minions movie is
minions.
the worst movie ever made, because literally your children are watching the protagonist is evil, and the main mission is an evil person to do more evil to another evil person.
Did you ever see the Minions movie?
No, but my little brothers did.
It's Gru's not in it. It's literally the Minions trying to find a bad guy to be minions for.
I knew,
and then they find Gru at the end.
I saw the marketing, and it was kind of funny. Like when they went to they found the dinosaur, and then they found Dracula, and then they opened up and he died, and they just kept going. And that was kind of funny, but
it's the fact that you're watching people that want to do evil, that they're just trying to find. They're Hitler, basically.
Pretty much, that is what it is. A dumbed down version of Hitler.
Just because they're doing childish, nefarious villain activity.
And then every now and then it cuts to one of them holding a banana and go, banana! And you're just like, why are we talking about the Minions so much?
Bottom. Don't look at me like that. I'm selling myself out now.
I want to ask you this, though. Favorite SpongeBob character and least favorite?
God, I didn't give enough thought to my favorite. But my least favorite, I will have to say, is Pearl.
Pearl. Me too.
Gosh darn it.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't mean she's bad.
All the characters have their moments.
She doesn't have enough. She just seems like
they kind of gave up on her.
She got a lot more attention at the end. If she got more attention in the beginning, like those first few seasons, then yeah, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough development for her.
Which is weird because Larry, I feel like, got a lot more development in the later seasons. But everyone loves Larry. I think it's because it's just living like Larry.
Yeah.
That was our YOLO.
He was kind of he was just your surfer dude. He was the free-spirited, muscle-headed red lobster.
Save your life.
Yeah, he was cool. And Pearl was just your rich, snobby, spoiled daughter.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could relate. So that's why I didn't like her.
The theories surrounding Pearl are great, though. Like, is she adopted?
Yeah.
Who's her mom? Who's her real dad? If Mr. Krabs is her real dad. Pearl. I think I had a lack of other minor characters I couldn't think of. Because our rule was just the main and minor characters. So people that showed up in multiple episodes.
Yeah.
So nobody like Seabass, who was only in 1 or 2 episodes. And the triangle dude that bullied SpongeBob.
It's like Plankton, Sandy, Mrs. Puff, Mr. Krabs.
Your core is SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Krabs, Sandy, and arguably Plankton.
Probably the top 6.
I think Plankton can slide in there. He's like your Ant-Man.
And Gary.
Gary, yeah. Yeah.
I think Gary more than Plankton.
I always assume Gary's minor because he doesn't talk.
But he's like in every episode. Like, pretty much.
True. God, has there ever been a SpongeBob episode without SpongeBob?
Ooh.
There's got to be one.
Is there an episode where SpongeBob goes missing? Or like he like...
Probably, but I feel like... oh God, no, I just remembered the 2 people having a conversation and SpongeBob interrupts and he's like, but let me tell you about when I lost my identity.
Yeah, the new
or my identity was stolen. The fact that you can just bring up countless scenes and quotes from SpongeBob
all embodies
our life.
And then everybody like who knows it, like SpongeBob for me is the easiest thing to reference, and it's so weird because like I probably haven't watched it religiously since I was a child.
If anything, you imagine that Family Guy or Simpsons should have been that show first, especially The Simpsons. It's been around for what, almost 30 years?
I think 30.
Wow. And like the joke is Simpsons did it first because they've literally done so much.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I've not seen that many Simpsons stuff, but I could never quote anything from Simpsons besides dope. That's so easy.
I mean, you got Cowabunga. Don't have a cow, man. Those are Bart's sayings.
I only know Cowabunga. But even then, you can just say Cowabunga. That's just a surfer lingo.
Favorite character, it's hard.
Yeah, it really is. Because you want to say, like, SpongeBob.
Right?
But, like, there's so many other cool ones.
I wouldn't say Patrick.
Maybe Patrick from the first few seasons. God, remembering how sensitive he was. It's adorable. And he just turned into dumb old Patrick.
I think as I'm older, I think a lot of people have realized that we're all Squidward. And I just love that as a kid, we're like, Squidward's so lame and boring. I love SpongeBob and Patrick. And then we watch it as an adult and we're like, holy crap, I turned into Squidward. Like, that's the meme that we just turned into Squidward. We hate everything. We just want to sleep.
I was watching a video talking about why there will never be a cartoon as impactful as SpongeBob. And that was his argument, is the fact that as we were watching it, we were SpongeBob. And we were like, oh, Squidward's just so lame. But he's like the embodiment of adulthood. And then we transitioned into being Squidward.
Damn, that's deep.
It's nuts, dude.
That's deep.
We started as SpongeBob and just shifted. We had that innocence and that laughter. We wanted to grow up so much. How ignorant of us.
I hate that. Yeah, I wish I could have told myself, like,
now we have
stop trying to grow up so fast.
Our dead-end job. We're washed up. We want to be a professional clarinet player. That's our passion. And we suck at it.
Lost our hair.
We lost our hair. We're not Squilliam, the successful Squilliam. I take that back. Pearl's fine. I hate Squilliam Fancyson.
Yeah,
so
Fancyson. Much. I love the restaurant episode.
Yes.
All right, let's segue into that. Think of like 3 episodes off the top of your head.
I can't. Like favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Literally can't. I mean, I could, but then an hour later, I'm like, nope, these are 3 that totally beat that.
Okay. Off the top of my head, chocolate bars.
Did you say chocolate?
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Yes, chocolate's up there.
Such a unique one. I think almost the most unique one is the training video.
Dang it! You took mine.
Sorry.
Which is weird because that's one of those episodes as a kid I was like, oh, this one again? Because it's so different.
Yeah.
But now, 10 years later, it's like, I love this.
It's genius.
So
it's
good.
so unique. Hoopla! Sounds like a lot of hoopla! And then just a brick. I don't know.
So good. And that stupid song.
Duh. And he does, and he goes,
Good, man.
and then it just ends. Was that like trolling before trolling existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why SpongeBob is such the perfect meme for our culture now.
It is everywhere.
Yeah.
Even when we were watching the episode, you noticed the face that Patrick made. It was like, that was perfect that we watched that episode, yeah.
There's also the fact that I saw the old reliable net pop up. It's like, I saw that earlier today. That's crazy.
Another one is the working at the Krusty Krab at night.
Oh, God. The hash slinging slasher.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Surprised you didn't bring up the leaf blower mini episode.
I love it's. That was another unique one, but as a kid, I loved that one.
Yeah,
because it was just like 5 minutes, and it was just the leaf blower noise, and that was it. There was no talking at all.
Not to bring up that video again, but when the guy was talking about when Squidward became SpongeBob when he moved to the squid community, and they were all Squidward, and he was so happy at first, but then he realized that this is adulthood, and I want some innocence back. So he got his leaf blower and he's just playing around with it. So good, dude.
Yeah.
And they're all judging him for letting his childish nature come out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
The wet paint one.
So many. You can't pick 3. You can't pick 5. You can't pick 10. It's so hard.
You could probably pick 15.
No. I'd have to pick a whole season.
I have to pick all 3 seasons in no order.
No.
Are my favorite. Can
I just...
Or the one when they go to... when he's the dollar bill one when they go fishing.
Yeah. Well, it's his millionth dollar.
Yeah, it's his millionth dollar that he loses.
To be fair, if I was able to keep track of my money and I got my millionth dollar, I'd make a big deal out of it. That's 1 million smackers, dude.
That is true. Oh, the one that you taught what?
This is going to be the podcast. That one? Yeah.
The one with Patrick's amazing scream, and then he walks in with a trumpet. Band Geeks. Remember that? When he's like, woo, with Sandy? Remember? Because they get beat up a lot, and they go outside, and then you hear Patrick's loud, long scream, and he comes in, and he's
inside a trombone,
down, and then goes Nrr.
It's when he's walking.
His scream though, because it's faint and muffled because it's out. It's great.
How does it even happen? Sandy throws him outside and then runs out and then does the thing.
Well, they just kind of that cartoon dust bubble.
Oh yeah.
They just fight and roll outside.
Yeah.
And then that happens.
I don't know why. I was gonna apologize, but he doesn't even listen. Patrick is just David in my mind.
David. Oh, David's got to listen to this now. Hopefully he makes it to the end.
What was stopping him before listening to the first one?
Right? What kind of friend? Jacob's going to be our first view because he rocks.
But the thing that I know the most besides Sweet Victory, the song, is... What did you say? big, meaty claws. I love that guy. I feel like out of all background characters, he's one of the most famous ones. The blue dude with the red lips and the blue fin and freckles.
He is funny. He is funny. And then Fred.
And they all have names.
Fred, my leg.
Yeah. It's the attention to detail, and you reuse your own extras. They have names. There's a Wikipedia, and you can find all the background characters. That just shows how much the community loves it, too.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Classic. We're not even going to get into the music.
Oh, we were listening to the music earlier today, and it was just so iconic and just
ukuleles,
so lovely. Yes.
Theremins, steel guitars.
Doodle Bob.
No.
Oh my, so many episodes, so many memories and characters, and
it's really hard to, because I'm trying to think of like other impactful cartoons. The one that's always right behind SpongeBob is Fairly Odd Parents to me. And it's still freaking going. But I feel like those are definitely two of the pillars that Nickelodeon was standing on. For those two.
Those and Jimmy Neutron, I feel like.
Yeah.
Those were the three.
Oh, definitely with the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah, those were the three that Nick held on to.
Weirdly enough, Jimmy Neutron not long enough.
Yeah.
How many seasons?
4?
Easily could have been like 10.
Yeah, it could have.
Maybe the animation style was just too hard.
Yeah, I loved binging that earlier this year.
What was his name? Dolby?
Yeah, I think it was Dolby. It was great. Oh man, SpongeBob. I'm just trying to think of.
Thank God. And knock on wood, Butch Hartman stays with us for years to come.
For years
Danny
to come.
Phantom. I need my Danny Phantom live action movie.
No, that's us, dude.
I need to make. Yeah,
we need to make it. We will make it. I'm the box ghost.
Gosh, it's so surprising that hasn't been a thing. A ghost superhero. So cool. Like the Hollywood. I know that's like against the argument. Like Hollywood's not original. I feel like. No, I guess that's still not original. They're not making their own thing, but nobody's asking for Cowboy Bebop to get a live action series or movie, but Danny Phantom would be.
Well,
amazing.
hey,
But yeah, Hollywood, don't touch it because I would love to.
Kim Possible's getting a live action movie.
It doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
I get it. Kim Possible's in high school, and so they should be casting kids to play her. But no, it's not fair. Kim Possible's supposed to be hot. I'm not supposed to feel guilty about watching.
She was hot when we were growing up because she was our age or older than us.
Who? Okay. Who do you imagine to be Kim Possible? In my mind, it's always and forever going to be Karen Gillian. She's got the hair, the perfect hair for it. It's always at that length. Same body type. The hair, you can change your eyes if they don't match. It's hard. And then who would Ron be?
Oh, hold on. Bella Thorne. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
You couldn't even. You could say it with a straight face for not that long.
As Ron.
Yeah. The thing is with this Kim Possible movie, it feels like a Disney Channel movie, and that's what I don't like.
I wonder if it
should be.
I wonder if it's just gonna go on their streaming service. I wonder if like they're gonna start making it, like. And they're gonna be like, let's just put this on our streaming service.
This
and get
is
some
our
of
version of straight to DVD.
Yeah,
it's straight to streaming service.
Wow. Has anybody made that connection yet, or like, are you the first one to think about that?
Can I copyright that? Is that something I can copyright?
Hold on, everybody take a second.
There's straight to VHS,
straight to DVD, and now straight to Blu-ray, streaming. Oh my god!
And it's been like that for a few years now. Netflix just took over.
The movies that aren't good enough to get theatrical.
It is a little different because
my life has changed.
When you make a movie, it's so much easier to be like, do I try to license this and go through theaters? Or can I just go, hey, Netflix, I'll take a smaller sum of money, but it's easier for a movie to go there.
Wow.
I need to message everybody and tell them that realization.
Seriously, like that.
Is this like I was today years old when I...
Yeah, I was today years old when I found out that streaming is the new straight to DVD. Oh my gosh, that...
But yeah, it sucks, man. I would love for Kim Possible to be an actual Disney movie and not a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah.
There is a strict line and difference between those. Like Smart House. Remember that movie?
Yep. Smart House.
And the Hilary Duff movie.
Yeah, Hilary Duff movie, Smart House, Cheetah Girls.
The
High School Musical.
Wow, the Disney Channel movies. Forgot about that. Do you remember the Leprechaun one? It had the same kid from
the
Smart
basketball
House.
one? Yeah.
It had the dude from Psych, who is the evil dude.
Mm-hmm.
The Leprechaun. Your land is my land. Your land is your... But yeah, I would totally like an over-the-top, even Michael Bay-esque Impossible movie. Put on some more clothes. I don't need to see 90% skin.
It's going to be tassels.
Like
a G-string. That's it.
I just need my khakis, black shirt, black gloves. That's all Kim Possible was.
And then the theme song.
And a naked mole rat. What were we talking about before getting to Kim Possible? Oh, we were talking about Danny Phantom and how that... Wow, we were on Spongebob and somehow we got to Kim Possible.
That's what a podcast is,
We went from Nickelodeon to Disney. Without even touching Cartoon Network.
Disney is brainwashing us.
I wasn't going to go that route.
Disney is just in all the news. It's always going to come back to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yeah. That's crazy that, I wonder if it's still going. Hopefully, Fairly Odd Parents stops soon. It's great. It's had its run. All good things must come to an end.
That is true.
I wish Danny Phantom did have a few more seasons. But we got what we got. It was a fun ride. That's crazy. And to all you people that were hating on the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, maybe if we did a few more, we could have saved a great. So, I'm putting that on all you haters. That is your fault. The Ice Bucket Challenge brought attention and donations to the foundation, so it was a good thing. And I never did it, but that's okay because I was never challenged to.
Oh, man.
So.
Well, on that note, do you have any other just little things you wanted to bring up?
Is that the whole list?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know we were ending on that.
Yeah, that was the big one.
It is really crazy that we lost Stanley. Such an important... Stanley wasn't that big a part of my childhood, but kind of my adolescent life. Yeah. Going into adulthood, because I never really read or watched any of the animated movies. But read any of the comics. But just the influence that Stanley had for my adult life and so many other people's lives. It's crazy. And now we lost Stephen at such a young age. I don't know what I would do. Like maybe hide in a cave for a week if Tom Kenny goes. That's 90% of like all cartoons.
Yeah.
He's been in everything.
And he still is.
Yeah. I don't know how the voice of SpongeBob hasn't destroyed his voice. God, my voice is already getting tired, and we've only been talking for an hour.
Yeah. It's the vocal cords, man.
Yeah.
Some people are just born to be voice actors.
Shut up, man. I'm trying to make it happen. Can't be that hard, right? Just kidding. I remember 2017, we were like, 2018 can't be this bad, right? Like, we lost so many people in 2017.
I don't know if it's as bad. 2017 was pretty crazy.
But Stanley.
You saw it coming.
Yeah.
You saw it coming.
I'm glad all the drama with things surrounding him ended.
Yeah.
Like, saying that his daughter was mistreating him. Stop. Don't do that. Yeah. Wow, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, guys, I know we're ending kind of on a sad note, but if you got to this far in the podcast, if you made it to the almost hour and 20-minute mark, thank you, guys. It was actually a lot longer than I think we intended.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be short and sweet. This is a little longer than...
A little longer.
It's okay.
Okay. So, but yeah, so we'll come back next week. You know what? Hold on. Before we even say that, let me actually see if it's coming out next week.
Viewers?
Yeah.
Just spouting lies.
I know. Our viewers are so sad that it won't be coming out. I lied. It's not. So it looks like next week's just going to be another generic week of...
We could try to watch something.
Watch one of my hundreds of movies
that you haven't seen yet. Which one is it?
You know what we could do?
It's that shelf right there?
Yeah, those are the ones that... We could do like a Christmas special. Like our favorite Christmas movies, TV specials.
I feel like that's a little too early.
It's like the first week of December.
Alright, well, we'll think about it.
Alrighty, guys, we're going to cut this off. Thank you guys so much for listening, and look out for next week's podcast. And this has been Andrew.
This has been Caleb. Thanks for listening.
Alrighty, guys. Peace.
Goodbye.